Welcome back to the Hades 32 Heat series, where we're clearing Hades at 32 Heat with every weapon, every aspect, and a couple fun challenge runs. And today we are going to try a rail build. We are going to try an Eris build. Now, I'll be honest, Eris is probably my least favorite aspect of every weapon. It's not that it's a bad aspect, to me it's a little underwhelming. It doesn't really... It's not amazing enough for me to go, oh wow, I really want to do a build with this. I usually will prefer to do Hestia or Lucifer. There are even some Zeg builds that I would prefer to do. The bonus ammo capacity does help with sustained fire in certain situations, especially with like a lightning strike build. But Eris, that 75% damage bonus, it's nice, don't get me wrong. It actually makes for viable cast builds with Eris, because once you absorb your special, you deal bonus damage from everything. Your attack, your cast, other specials. You could actually do an Eris cast build with this. But 75% isn't massive. You know, it's not nothing, but even the Shattered Shackle gives more than that. So it's not outrageous. You know, you look at some aspects like Achilles or Hades, and that offers double the damage bonus. Also, because it's a percentage bonus, it's going to be cumulative with other percentage bonuses. So focusing on things like increasing your base special damage or something like that isn't going to be as rewarding as doing something with a flat damage bonus. Which is why I'm thinking we're going to try something new. And I've never actually done this before. I don't know if it's going to work, but we'll find out. I want to try an Eris build. Because my thought is, if your special inflicts Doom, and you get the bonus for 4 seconds after hitting with your special, well, Doom takes a second to trigger. The time in between special volleys would be about the amount of time it would take for your special to actually trigger with a Doom effect. So there's a couple ways that I could see this really working, and I kind of want to give it a try. So for the Mirror of Night settings, the only thing I've changed from my setup video is that I've got God's Pride instead of God's Legacy, because I do want as high a rarity a Doom as I can get, and I don't think we'll really need any legendaries or duos. And then for the Pact of Punishment, I've just turned on Underworld Customs instead of Tight Deadline, because I don't know how quick this is going to be, but because it sounds like the boon requirements will be pretty low, we'll likely get enough boons to purge in between chambers without too much trouble. So without further ado, let's get started. Now the reason why I wanted to do Eris is because we were being offered a Daedalus Hammer outside, and Rocket Bomb works especially well with Eris. It makes it really, really easy to get that special damage bonus. Although I'm thinking about it, and it actually might have been better to take Scatter Bomb with this, but since it's not being offered, let's go with Rocket Bomb instead. And let's see what we can do with this build. My thought is we'll go with Curse of Pain, try to get Doom on our special, and then stack that up as high as possible. Maybe even Curse of Agony with Dire Misfortune, so that once we apply Doom once with our special, we can increase it and stack it with our attack. And then maybe Impending Doom, but I don't know how that's going to affect our timing, so we'll have to kind of experiment with that a little bit. I genuinely don't know how this build is going to go. You know, Eris is not my favorite weapon, as I've already kind of stated, but if it goes well, this could be interesting. Could be a new, oh, look at that, perfect. Epic Rarity Curse of Pain. Awesome. Alright, well, let's see how this works. My thought is, I mean, these things are weak enough that our special will just blow them up immediately. But, see, look at that. Like, the damage bonus from Eris makes our Curse of Pain immediately do 175 damage instead of just 100. And that's without Impending Doom, that's without any additional palms, and because it's flat damage, every time we increase the flat damage with palms, the percentage bonus will apply to the new flat damage total. And yeah, that Doom takes a little while to actually trigger, and in between that we can kind of reload our special. I think this is going to work. I think this could be a really powerful build. Now, when it comes to what kind of boons we want, I don't really think anything like Merciful End is going to be very helpful here, because, I mean, Merciful End is best if you're applying Doom very, very quickly and rapidly, and deflecting just as frequently. That works really well with things like the fist or the sword. It doesn't work so well with the rail unless you put it on your attack. Oh, see, and of course now we're being offered Athena. And I'm not opposed to taking Athena. If I take something like Divine Dash, that could help our survivability, and then if we get Blinding Flash, we can apply Privilege Status. We just don't want Merciful End. It's not going to make a difference here. Let's take her. Why not? If we can get Divine Dash, that will help us stay alive a bit. There's no point in re-rolling Chambers just yet. I'm sure we'll come across more Eris, and it's not like we're really looking for very much. You know, it's not like we need Impending Doom or Dire Misfortune right this second. Okay, actually not terribly fond of any of these. So let's take Bronze Skin. I don't want Divine Strike. Ooh, I will take more Palms, though. Because if I get Divine Strike, then I may be offered Merciful End, and I genuinely, I don't want it. I actually want Curse of Agony with Dire Misfortune more than I want Merciful End. And I don't know if that's actually a good idea or not. This might be a horrible idea, but I think it makes sense. See, I am thinking that Scatter Bomb might have been the better way to go now, because I could do this from a little bit of a distance.
The power of the gods.
And it would actually work better with Dire Misfortune that way. But for now, Rocket Bomb's good. Rocket Bomb does take away the time delay for actually waiting for the mortar to land, so that kind of helps. Okay, alright. Not bad so far. Now we could actually go with a little bit of a faster special, because it is actually quite slow to the point where the Doom triggers well before we can fire a special again. So Swift Flourish could be good. Or Impending Doom. I think Impending Doom would be better. But maybe both? Maybe we can get the timing down to like a fraction of a second, where it's like the second that the Doom triggers is when we get to fire again. Oh, perfect! We got 4 boon. 2 more here. So let's go with... We'll take Athena, because she can be annoying to deal with. Divine Dash. Excellent. That's going to be helpful. Now we just need Blinding Flash, and we can apply Privilege Status. That'll help too. Whoa. Okay. Oh, see, and it's nice because that damage bonus we're getting from Eris applies no matter where these enemies are. As long as we absorb the blast, they could be taking damage from way across the map and it doesn't matter. Oh, yeah, that actually is nice. I like that. Okay, what do we got? What do we got? Ooh, Impending Doom at epic rarity, 70%. Let's see how the timing works with that. Let's see how that kind of plays together. Ooh, Artemis could be fun. If we get something like Pressure Points. Yeah, sure, why not? There we go, Pressure Points. 2%. Let's go for it. And now, really, we can purge whatever we want. I hope we get to purge Bronze Skin. But... you know, if it ends up being Divine Dash or Pressure Points, that's not really a huge deal. Oh, look at that. The timing's almost perfect. It's not quite perfect, but it's almost perfect. Okay, so we do need to kind of... yeah. Okay, so Swift Flourish at this point isn't really going to help us any further. Unless we miss. Ah. There we go. Dang, that's a good chunk of damage, though. That's not bad. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I'm starting to see this take shape. I'm starting to see the potential here. Still not my preferred weapon by any means. I much prefer Hestia. Bronze Skin, perfect. There we go. But
Should I change things?
I see the potential. I see where this could potentially be really, really fun. And who knows, maybe I'm playing this all wrong. Maybe there's a better build out there that I'm just not aware of. Yeah, let's go for the Centaur Heart. I don't want Zeus, and I don't really feel like re-rolling him right now. If we have a better alternative. Whether we can actually clear this gate or not, I have no idea, but we'll find out. Oh, lovely. Oh, lovely. Okay, this is not going to be fun. Oh, quit with the shields. Are you serious? At least the nice thing about the rail, having that nice blast radius, means that I can basically just jump into a crowd of enemies, fire off a rocket, get the damage bonus, get out, and watch every single one of them be hit with Doom. See, that's where Swift Flourish come in handy, is when I'm targeting more than one enemy at a time. There we go. Hey, we got it. We'll take the Fated Authority, I guess. Oops. Not bad. 458 damage. That's impressive. Okay.
Must be the last of her.
Alright, okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. Ooh, palms. Palms are always good. What would be better at this point? Bonus points into the Doom itself or Impending Doom? And I think Impending Doom would be the better way to go. Maybe? I actually don't know. I'd have to do the math on that. Nice.
Power of Olympus.
Well, didn't get offered Impending Doom. Curse of Pain is good, though. We may take that Chaos Gate. Let's just see what's on offer. Ooh, mini-boss. Do we need Chaos for anything? I mean, Chaos Flourish isn't going to increase our Doom damage, so I don't really think that actually makes a difference. No, I don't think so. Okay, moving on. Let's check the shop. What do we got? Doesn't matter. Okay, Athena? Let's go with Athena. Or Eris, that's fine. Let's try to get Dire Misfortune, at which point then we'll want Curse of Agony. If we just get Dire Misfortune on its own, we'll probably want something like Swift Flourish, Triple Bomb. But I would actually prefer, I think, Targeting System over Triple Bomb. Just because it would actually increase the damage that they take after being targeted. Whereas Triple Bomb is not going to work well with the Doom. It would work nicely with just a normal damage-dealing special. Okay, Curse of Agony, I guess.
This is my fight. Onward.
Impending Doom got a point into it as well from the Palm Blossom, so that's great.
Coming through.
That's actually really good. Like, that's surprisingly good damage. And it's only getting stronger. Every palm, everything I take just makes it that much better. See, and even if I miss the blast and don't get the damage bonus
Pardon me.
every second time, it usually lasts long enough that it doesn't matter. I don't really care about the boon. I don't have enough obol to afford one anyway, so let's just take the free palm. Impending Doom, Curse of Pain, one of those two. What do we got?
Gods grant me
Impending Doom, done. Okay. Hello, Lanny.
I see you regrew
Your neck is... You regrew your neck and it's back to twitching, so... Lovely. I guess that is one thing I would have to be careful with Curse of Agony instead of Curse of Pain, is that if I'm trying to apply Dire Misfortune, I gotta be careful not to reapply Doom with just my attack, because the damage won't be as high then. So maybe the Dire Misfortune side of things is a bad idea. I don't know. That is still decent. That's a good chunk. Like one shot rips down all their armor. So what else can we do to increase this? I was thinking in very simple terms of like, okay, what can we do that would synergize with this? This is good. What can we do to make this even better? I could see Sweet Surrender with Aphrodite potentially working. What can we purge? Sign Dash, Curse of Pain, Curse of Agony. You know what? We're gonna purge Curse of Agony. I don't think we need it, actually. I'm thinking it over, and we're gonna focus on Curse of Pain instead.
Feel cleaner already.
Yeah, Sweet Surrender could work. We don't really need the Urn of Ariadne for anything, I don't think.
Keepsakes hold power.
I could see something like Blackout working, but that would take quite a bit more setup than what I think we can take on at this point. What else? Billowing Strength could potentially work. I'm just trying to think of what other universal damage bonuses there are. Sigil of the Dead would work, but I think the other thing is that it's all percentage-based, which is all going to be cumulative with our current existing percentage-based bonuses. So, it's going to start having somewhat diminishing returns. Now let's try going for Swift Flourish, see if that makes a difference. If nothing else, it'll give us a way to deal damage to more than one target per burst, because we can do one there, and then like another one there, and that'll work. Of course, hammers would be good. Yeah, I think that'll be the next thing we're going to go for, is try to find a good hammer to supplement this one. Obviously, we won't be able to get Scatter Bomb, but we should still be able to get targeting system. We should still be able to get Triple Bomb if we want that. Let's see what we can do. Swift Flourish, okay. It's low rarity, but that's still going to be better than nothing. And there's our Daedalus Hammer. Let's see what we get. I only hit one. I wonder if there's a hammer that increases the blast radius. I know there is for Lucifer. Or no, that increases the damage field radius, not the blast radius. But that would be very helpful too. If we could get like a damage, like a blast radius increase. I think Hazard Bomb does that, but obviously it would be... Hazard Bomb is probably the worst hammer you can take with Eris. Because it makes it so that it hurts you when you get hit by it, but you have to absorb the blast if you want to get the bonus. So it's kind of a pointless hammer. Okay, what do we got? Ricochet Fire. Cluster... Wait, what? Wait, what? Cluster Bomb. Your fire... Special fires a spread of 5 bombs, but each deals less damage. I don't care about the base damage. How does this synergize with Rocket Bomb? I didn't think this was possible. We're gonna find out. Oh! Oh! Okay! Oh! Okay, this will be fun. This is gonna be fun. Oh, I'm gonna enjoy this. Oh, how did I miss that? I didn't think you could get cluster bomb with rocket bomb. That is hilarious. Holy. Oh, this is gonna be a pardon the pun. This is gonna be a blast. Okay, now I definitely want to get Dire Misfortune. I don't know if it'll actually work because the blasts seem to be simultaneous, but oh, that would be amazing if we could get that. And yeah, I don't really care about the base damage of the rockets. I'm more caring about the Doom. Oh, this is great. This is going to be fun. Yeah, let's just go for it. Why not? Hydraulic might, I guess? Sure, why not? Ooh, yes! Let's go for this here. We can maybe get Dire Misfortune and Blinding Flash. Wouldn't that be great?
You are most generous.
Blinding Flash, perfect. Now we can apply Privilege Status, get 40% bonus damage.
Eris, forgive me.
Oh, this is just hilarious. This is awesome. Okay, I do need to be a little bit smarter about how I play this, though, because I'm not paying attention now. I'm so distracted by the rockets that I'm just not caring as much and letting them respawn when I really shouldn't be. Oh my gosh, this is... Oh, that's hilarious. That's a ridiculous combination. Oh my gosh. Okay. Jeez. Oh, I don't know. Urge to kill, maybe? Or battle rage? I don't know how battle rage would work with this. Would only one of the rockets get the bonus, or all 5 of them? And I mean, it would only be on the rocket damage, not the Doom damage, but still.
Much better.
Oh, perfect. Patroclus. Let's get that Death Defiance we so carelessly lost back.
Someone's come. May all
Kiss the Sticks Premium. Okay, I'm never gonna get over that. That is hilarious. I suddenly like Eris now. Because this is not a build I would ever do with Zeg Rail or Hestia Rail. This is something I would only ever do with Eris Rail. But being so dependent on 2 very specific hammers, I still am not a huge fan of that, but oh my gosh, this is just fun. This is just fun. Okay, 5% increase or 6 flat. I think the 6 flat. We could try getting the Yarn of Ariadne, see if we get Dire Misfortune at a higher rarity. That could be fun. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that! Perfect, okay. Doom effects deal more damage when applied multiple times. Well, if this applies it 5 times, if I hit all 5 rockets on one target, I wonder if that would just increase the flat damage by an extra 60. I mean, if so, that's like 10 palms. Let's find out. How much is this going to do to... Holy! See, even the initial hit itself is doing significant damage, but... Oh, that's crazy. I love it. Oh, that's great. All we gotta do is get in close and dash at him, and we apply the Blinding Flash, and then we get the Privileged Status, and... Oh. Okay, I'm having fun. I'm having fun. I did not think this build would be this much fun, but this is really fun. Will that do it? No, not quite. How about this time? There we go. Oh, okay, that was reckless. Go for it. I'm gonna stand right here and boom. Oh, it's Dionysus. Jeepers.
That boulder?
Finally.
Wow. Okay. Whew. This is way more fun than I thought it would be. This is brilliant. Okay, we do have to purge something. Oh, I hate to do it, but I think we've got to purge Dire Misfortune. No, we don't have to. Let's just purge Divine Dash, and then we'll just force Athena again. Because I don't want to purge Dire Misfortune when we got it that high of a rarity. Divine Dash is easy to get. It's a main. Dash is easy to get, so yeah, we'll just get Divine Dash back. Who knows, maybe we'll get it at a higher rarity. Not that that really makes a huge difference. The Divine Dash damage is not significant enough for me to really care. Okay, let's see. Athena, there we go. Let's go for it. Probably should have taken a boss chamber first, but I don't particularly care. Okay, I can't get over this. This is hilarious. Oh, this is great. I did not think you could stack Scatter Bomb with Rocket Bomb. That is hysterical. I will be honest, if I had to pick one or the other, I do think that with this particular build, Scatter Bomb might actually be better. Because you do hit more targets at once. It's going to be easier to absorb the blast because you don't have to get in point-blank range. And, oh, geez, okay, when you get a crit with those, that just gets insane. But yeah, you don't have to get point-blank range to get the blast. And it does apply multiple times, so it would work with Dire Misfortune. Yeah. Divine Dash, there it is, perfect. We got what we needed back. No, we're gonna keep all those. Okay, now let's go for palms.
How about another?
There's one.
Here goes.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, that's just gorgeous. Goodbye.
Not now.
Is it called Scatter Bomb or Cluster Bomb? I think it's called Cluster Bomb. I've been misnaming it the entire time. But yeah, I think Cluster Bomb would actually be preferable to Rocket Bomb if you could only pick one. But I initially wasn't actually going to do this. I just thought up this build today as I was just kind of getting ready to go do something else. And I thought, okay, I gotta sit down and try this. And I already had Rocket Bomb lined up. Pressure points, yeah. Double our crit chance. But Rocket Bomb does definitely take away the duration needed to apply the Doom, and especially against Hades, who moves around quite quickly, doesn't like to sit still. I think Rocket Bomb, and it's directional as well, so it doesn't have to be at the point of impact. It can be trajectory based. I think Rocket Bomb is still very helpful. I just think that Cluster Bomb is probably preferable if you had to pick one over the other. There we go. Jeez. And I mean, it's not terrible damage. It's also not outstanding. Oof. Okay. Maybe eat my words a little bit here. It's not bad damage, but it isn't outstanding DPS. Like, it's good high impact damage for like a single hit attack, but the time it takes for it in between bursts is a little bit slow. But I could see it also being quite safe in that sense, because you can really just... I can get the damage bonus this way and then just apply it from a distance, and I don't have to get close to him at all if I don't want to. But despite this being a somewhat new build in my mind, like one that I've never done before, we've done surprisingly well. So maybe it's a more viable build than I... Well, spoke too soon. Maybe it's a more viable build than I realized. I just need to get more practice with. That's very possible. There we go. That should do it. There we go. Got him.
Get up.
Nice. Let's just bring him down. Why not? I don't think that even hit him. Oh, Cerberus. I completely forgot about Cerberus. There we go. Let's not stand in the fire or the traps. Thank you. Okay, this is going way better than I thought it would. We're not even using boiling blood. Oh, that was awful. Ay, ay, ay. There we go. Okay, we're good. Where is he? There he is. Ah! Oh dear, okay. We got him. Oh, no we didn't. There we go, now we got him. Okay, that went way better than I expected. Way better than I expected. I thought this was going to be a struggle.
Got you.
Okay, well, cool. I found an Eris build that I actually like. That was really fun. So, what's required? I don't think pressure points is required, but it definitely helps. I would say, I mean, really, just this. Aspect of Eris, Cluster Bomb, Curse of Pain, Impending Doom. But if we're going to add anything else onto there, definitely Rocket Bomb. Or maybe Dire Misfortune. Like, what would be... Dire Misfortune with Cluster Bomb, I think, would definitely help. But if we're talking about, like, what's the most powerful way to do this, probably Rocket Bomb, Cluster Bomb. There we go. This, I would say, is probably the most powerful way to do this build. You probably don't even need Rocket Bomb, honestly. I just didn't know that you could synergize them, so I want to kind of snapshot that. That is actually hilarious. Oh, wow, okay. Well, that worked. I didn't expect it to. I learned something today. I learned that I actually can like Eris. Yeah, Ares build, I think, makes the most sense. I don't know. If you know of a better Eris build, if you know of one that makes more sense, leave it in the comments, you know, or you know, direct me to a video, because I don't really look up other videos of other people's builds before I come up with my own. Every now and then I do kind of look up on how certain points of an aspect work, but then I will kind of design my own build around it. So I don't know if this is commonplace or not, but this is just something I thought up in my living room this morning while I was just kind of putzing around. So yeah, okay, this was fun. I enjoyed that build. I did not think I would, but that was very fun.
think I got one.
Sturgeon, nice. Okay.
I'm victorious.
Alright, well with that... Oh, I don't think I'll ever get sick of that. That's hilarious. That just looks fun. I wonder if you can synergize that with Triple Bomb as well if you got it with the Daedalus Anvil. Wouldn't that be hilarious?
Not yet.
I don't think you can get Triple Bomb and Cluster Bomb though. I think those ones are exclusive. But okay. Anyway, that'll do it for this video. So I'll... yeah. I guess I'll see you next time. Take care.